All right, so this is a 2023 Jeep Gladiator Sport. If you're not familiar with the Jeep Gladiator lineup, the Sport is the base entry-level trim level, and then there's the Sport S, and then like the Overland and Willys. Well, actually, there's a Sport Willys as well. But this is as base as it gets. And so, you know, I'd say most of the ones I see anyway around in the Southern California area are either Rubicons or Mojaves. The Mojave is the desert rated one. This is trail rated, so pretty much any Wrangler based Jeep is trail rated. This one, you know, has the badge on the one side. And trail rated actually means it's past a few tests. There's some qualifications like water fording and ground clearance and some other capability things that make it so it can have that trail rated badge. This specific Sport has the max towing package. It's about $1,895, and that is, I'll try to do this from memory, Dana 44 front and rear axle, track lock rear limited slip, 410 gears, these Bridgestone Dueler AT off-road tires, which I'm assuming also they're like a certain load rating, heavy duty engine cooling, these two-piece fender flares, daytime running lights. There's some other stuff. Oh yeah, 240 amp alternator. And oh, there's a zoom feature on the camera. That is what makes it, and there might be some other little things, but anyway, given that package, makes this have a 77 or about 76 something, I think it's 76.95 tow capacity. Class 4 receiver in the back, 4-pin and a 7-pin wiring connection, but that gives it a 7,700 pound towing capacity over a regular Gladiator, which is like 46 something. So I wanted that. So you can only get that max tow package if you look at the website. You can only get it right now on a Sport and a Sport S. Sport S pretty much gives it power windows, power locks. This does not have. This has manual windows, manual crank window. Okay, which so far I don't mind the manual window. Could use maybe some power locks, that'd be a little easier, but and it's a very basic truck. This is in my experience, is one of the most basic trucks that I could find around. I had before this truck, a 2020 Ford Ranger Sport 4x4 XLT trim level. And I would say, in my opinion, this might be a better truck. That was a good truck. I think this is a better truck. It rides way better. This has the Ram 1500 based rear suspension. So coil multi-link rear suspension instead of that mono leaf that the Ranger gets. If you don't get a Tremor gets the multi-leaf. But I'm kind of over leaf spring rear, and well, leaf spring front as well. But this is solid front and rear axle. This is coils front and rear. This, to me, it rides better. I do think that it, because of that max tow, max payload in class, it's got that nose down kind of attitude to it. I'm gonna lift and level the front up. I have put the rock slider here from a Mojave on it already. I found a guy on Craigslist. He was selling for $100. Took him off his Mojave. They bolt right up. Just put it on. And I like that because it takes away from you seeing that seam, the body seam that goes across the bottom. This has the hard top option. So the 3-piece, you got the 2 panels up front. If you can see there, 2 panels. They come off separately, then the rear panel, and you can make it a full convertible. Front and rear defroster, which is a nice sliding rear window, not electric but manual. This has the Mopar spray and bed liner. It does have some lights back here, which is cargo lights. I know my Ranger that was like up there, that's all right, but these are actually really good. Now this tailgate, it's like soft open. Check that out. And then it has these little latch. You can take the cable and you stick it back here, and it's like another, almost like you just put a bed extender kind of a thing on it. And you can put this one in here as well, and you can put weight on it. Because I was questioning whether you could put a 4x8 sheet of plywood, you know, if you lay it in there. And you can, from that ledge over there to that ledge there, it'll fit. And then you can either put the tailgate down, or you can leave it up all the way. This has the 17-inch steel wheels. I don't mind the steel wheel. I might even just put a bigger tire on here after I level it. We'll see. I'm gonna take it in steps. That's how I usually do it. This has open up the hood here, 3.6 liter V6. I'm not even sure about the power specs on it. I haven't even looked that up. But so far, has not felt underpowered at all. You can manually shift it. Hold on here. The latch is not the most. Yeah, you can manually shift it. And what's nice about that is you can just kind of select it in whatever gear you want it to be in. That's the engine here. Battery over there, pretty decent sized battery. There's that 240 amp alternator. Everything's pretty easy to get to. You can even see the ground from the top. I always noticed that in Toyotas, how you could always see like through, there wasn't all this, you know, stuff blocking everything. Part of the water fording is you've got the high intake there, so you don't suck water in. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. 8-speed ZF transmission in this. And like I said, so far haven't even felt like it's underpowered. You can manually select it in whatever gear you want. Kind of show you the interior here. Basic, I think it's like a rubber steering wheel. Might get it wrapped in leather. I saw you could buy them in leather on eBay. You can buy somebody's takeoff leather one. We'll see how that one, how it wears. This one does have auxiliary switches. So down here you can see you got 4 auxiliary switches, so you can easily wire in lights or other accessories. Here's that transmission. I actually went to look at a manual transmission because it's like $2,000 less. I was gonna get a manual everything. Just give me all the manual stuff. And there was a recall right now on like the pressure plate or something cracks and breaks apart. So I couldn't get one. So they were like, oh, well, have an automatic. We can sell you that. And I kind of am glad I went with the automatic. I think the way this transmission shifts, I like it way better than that Ford 10-speed. You can slide it over and you can pull up to go through the gears. You can push, you can manually select the gear. I like that. This has no heated seats or anything. Basic, you know, cooling, heating stuff, AC. Does have auto stop start, which you can easily turn off with that button. Traction control, basic stuff. This has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I think comes standard now on Uconnect. This is the smaller of the 2 screens you can get. But yeah, it actually has gauges, which is nice, and then it has the digital. It actually has really good, you're getting like trans temperature, oil temp, oil pressure, engine temperature, all in those gauges. My Ford didn't have that. That's kind of nice. Manual seat, more adjustment to the back of the seat than the Ranger. There's a bunch of you can connect here with USB-C or regular USB or auxiliary. Then you got a 12-volt here, and then you have another USB in there. That's a data one as well, so you can hook up to that. Here's the back seat, and good storage under here. You flip these up, you got really good storage. These seats fold flat, just with, you pull them like that. There's more storage back here, so lots of good storage, good interior space. Cup holders and vents back here. You know, good little pockets. It's just a so far it's a good truck. Sound system is decent. I think it's 22-gallon fuel tank. Yeah, sound system is, you know, there's a little I turned the bass down a little bit. There's a little rattling coming from the speakers up in the top of the roll bar there. Maybe some replacements, some better ones would be the way to go. I don't know. But this is it. This is how a Sport with a max tow package comes. So far, I really like it. Brakes feel good. It's got some I noticed some really big rear brakes. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but yeah, I think future, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna level the front, put maybe the Fox 2.0 shocks on it, and a bigger tire. This is like a 31-inch tire. I might go 32-inch, maybe 33. I don't want to go too big with the tire. But yeah, so far like 19. I'm averaging 19 miles per gallon. So yeah, there it is. Basic, simple. It's a truck. It's very rare you find just a truck, and it's got some features on it, but you know, like the Apple CarPlay over a regular, but you know, other than that, it's a truck. It's got steel skid plate for the fuel tank, which is that's kind of rare. I might do, this is a plastic skid plate up here. I might do the Mojave. They have that smaller Mojave one. I saw people are selling them. I think you can buy them online. They come in black, or you can paint them whatever color you want. I think that would work good. It's got fog lights in the front. You do have to, it doesn't have auto headlights, so you got to turn the headlights on. So again, you know, it's a truck. I think it's more truck than what you know, a basic truck than what you get from a lot of manufacturers these days. So that's it. Yeah. And stay tuned. Watch other videos for updates and little things that I do to this one.